Welcome back. This is the UPfront, and today, as I did tell you, it's going to be a conversation that would actually touch the nerves of many. It's about getting to know the man who lost his life while saving this country from his own people. A death that many has been very torrid in their description of, and has had so much sad comments about. The father of Captain Adams Mahama Maxwell, himself a former retired army officer, a captain for that matter, is my guest. Captain Adams, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you are doing well today.
Fine, thank you.
And we are here at the Arakan Officers' Mess, where family, friends are gathered and you're still receiving people at this particular end. I wouldn't ask you how it makes you feel, because clearly it's a very terrible experience that people go through. But we need to get to know the man who lost his life, which has become the biggest topic in this republic today. Right from his childhood days, who was Maxwell Adams Mahama?
Well, thank you. Maxwell Adam Mahama was born on the 1st of November, 1985. That's some few months after I had left the service. He was born in Bole, and barely just about 2-3 years old, I moved out of Bole to take up a job in Samreboy as a security officer.
Okay.
In Samreboy. It was there Maxwell started his kindergarten, and he was in the second year kindergarten when I moved to Takoradi with a mother to take up another job as a security officer in charge of a cocoa processing company, taxi.
Okay.
Yeah. It was, I think, around 1991. And he started his primary school at the Services Primary School in Takoradi. That is the Armed Forces School. But he was so affable to his mates at that age, to the extent that anytime he closed from school, virtually about the whole class would follow him to the house.
Okay.
And they will want to wait on him to go change over, take his meals and come out, and for them to play. I found that to be too much, and I didn't want him to start like that. I wanted him to...
That was a sign of a leader. He had a problem with
That's right. I wanted him to have time to learn.
Oh, okay.
The mother was very passionate about books. The mother would sit him down to learn, teach him how to write. And he didn't have time for that because of friends and play. He used to entertain his friends at that primary school level.
Who was very energetic.
Very energetic and very jovial to his friends. So I moved in, because of that alone, I moved into John Tay Memorial School.
Oh, okay.
Into the boarding school where he continued the class 2. And then not quite long, I got a job at Akosombo VRA as a security officer in charge of Akosombo. I moved there, and by the end of his year 2 in John Tay Memorial School, I moved him into Akosombo International School. There, his affable nature was even more manifest, because all his mates would always gather in front of my house looking for Maxwell to come out for them to play. And he would always insist to go out to play with them. He would be cracking jokes, doing acrobatics, dancing, just to entertain the friends. And they all be laughing.
Really would defeat the reason why you took him out of the school.
That's right.
And put him in the boarding house anyway.
That's right. That's right. But he continued and completed the primary school in Akosombo International, and continued to the JSS in Akosombo International. And upon completion, I thought he should go into a boys' school. Okay. I didn't want him to be in the mixed school because of too much of the friendship. It was just too much. I didn't like that. So I sent him to St. John's in Secondary, where he did his SS1 to SS3. There it was the same thing. Anytime I visited him, he will want to, anytime I send anything like food and other things, he will just, if his friends don't come around for him to share with them, he will not take part. He wouldn't touch the food. So he will always call his friends around and they will all share the food, and then I leave him and go back.
You paint a picture of a very fun-loving person, very energetic, somebody who maybe, I mean, a military man is a disciplinarian who you probably wanted to clip his wings at a point in time. Does this continue beyond the senior high school days?
It continued. Beyond the senior high school days, after his senior high, he got admission to, in fact, I actually made him fill forms, one for Legon and one for Tech. And luckily for us, both schools, he got admission to both schools. He also did the military academy exams, which he thought he should try his luck, and he passed. So when the options came, I asked him which one he wanted, and he said I should choose for him whether to go to the university or go to the military. And I insisted that he should tell me which one he wanted. He opted for the university. I asked him for his reason, and then he said, Daddy, all my friends are going to the university. None of them is going to the military. I'll be alone when I go to the military academy. But when I go to the university, most of my friends are going there. So I want to join them.
Okay.
And I told him, it's not enough excuse. Then he said, besides, I want to be an academician, and I want to rise up to be a lecturer, professor in the university someday. And I told him, okay, the military academy option does not take that away from you. He said, Study, are you sure? I said, yes. It's okay, then whichever you choose for me, I would like. So you want me to go to the military academy? I said, no. He said, Daddy, choose for me. I won't choose. And I said, you'll go to the military academy.
Is it because you were a military man, that's why you made that choice for him?
I actually consulted senior officers in the army. That time I was in 7, okay. But they were officer 7. Brigadier General I.B. Korte, as at that time, was the commander of the Ghana Military Academy. Then I was, he's my senior man. I know him so well, and we are very free. Then also was Major General Abdullahi, who was the commandant of the military academy and training schools. Was a major general. The two of them had interviewed and tested him for the military academy exams. And when I consulted them about these options open to me for my child, they told me that when he appeared before them, he showed a lot of potential. This boy, this is the type of people we need in the army. And I said, the boy wants to be an intellectual, he wants to be a professor someday. And then they said, but Dennis, don't you know that the military is the best place to become a professor? And I said, I know. So what is it? I said, well, I'm just asking. So we will recommend that let this boy come to the military academy. He will graduate to the doctorate level and can be a professor even in a better way. You know the experience, the kind of academics that goes into the military officer corps. And I said yes. So upon that, when I told him that the university, I think you should go to the military academy and not the university, he said, Daddy, I have no objection. I have no problem. I'm ready.
He was an obedient child.
Very, 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 very. He will always consult me on any issue. Even if he sees a girl he's interested in, he will come and discuss it with me.
Okay.
Yes. Anything. My own issues, he will come take it up. Daddy, I've seen that you are trying to build a house here, you are trying to do this. This is what I found wrong with it. This is what I think you should add to it. And I don't do anything without telling him either.
How do you reconcile the free spirit, the active young man, with the obedient attitude he portrayed to you all through?
It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. This is the boy who exhibits, in fact, he has that natural discipline in him.
Did he have the tendency to go about once, twice?
He has that, yes, he has that discipline in him. To the extent that I have never found him going overboard when it comes to discipline. Look, he does mistakes. When any untoward thing he does gets to my attention, all he will say is that, oh, Daddy, I've heard you. Oh, Daddy, don't worry. Oh, I've heard you. A few times, he will have a few misunderstandings with the wife. The wife will tell me, oh, Daddy, this is what Maxwell wants to do. And I told him, and he said it's not necessary. I've talked to him, and he wouldn't take it. Then I call him and say, oh, Daddy, oh, is that what she's saying? Okay, don't worry. I'll discuss it with her. We'll get over. So anytime there's something that he goes overboard or untoward or this, and it gets to my attention, when I call him, he'll just say, Daddy, I've heard you.
I'll get back to the point where he decided to now go back to the university.
Okay.
Yes, and the understanding I got was that he started as a very wonderful soldier from the beginning.
That's right.
I mean, what were his previous stations prior to going to Dencho or Boise?
When he was commissioned into the Ghana Army as an infantry officer, he was posted to 5 Battalion, where we are now. He has since then remained in this unit, up to date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He has since remained up to date. And he rose from platoon commander. He's been adjutant of a unit on peace mission operations in Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
He's been a platoon commander and also a company commander in peace missions in the Lebanon, southern Lebanon.
His rise from these positions to that of a captain, I'm given to understand that sooner than later he was supposed to be a major. Did that surprise you?
Fantastic.
Did he go the normal route?
Fantastic. This boy, you know, in the military, when you are commissioned, he entered as SS. So he was commissioned as a second lieutenant. And you have to do 2 years as a second lieutenant, and your commanding officer would have to assess your conduct and your efficiency at work, based upon which you will be promoted to lieutenant.
Okay.
He got promoted to lieutenant, and then you have to do 4 years mandatory as a lieutenant, plus passing your promotion exams. And within the 4 years that you have to do as a lieutenant, you should be able to clear your promotion exams.
Okay.
A lot of officers have to sit 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 times to pass the exams. You have 4 years within it to pass the exams. Maxwell Adams sat the lieutenant to captain exams in his first year and cleared all at a go.
He was a smart guy.
Yes, it includes practicals. That's where a lot of people have difficulties. He passed the practicals and went to the written and cleared all the subjects. So he passed his promotion exams, lieutenant to captain, at a go. So he needed to do 4 years mandatory, which he did, and got promoted to captain based upon good conduct and efficiency. Then as a captain, you have to do 5 years as a captain, during which you must pass your promotion exams, captain to major promotion exams. In his first year as a captain, he sat the promotion exams and he passed at a go. A lot of officers do sit the exam
so
3, 4
times.
Exams
we understand he
this
took
is Maxwell I'm talking about.
Okay, so this is the exams we understand he took before being deployed to that particular area.
He took the exams 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He passed right at a certain. And he's been waiting to do 5 years as a captain, then he'll be promoted major, because he's already cleared the exams.
Oh, okay.
And he has done 4 years. By next year, he would have been 5 years, and he will be promoted a major. So we expected him to be a major by 2018.
This must be a very big blow to you as a family. Also because, I mean, you were a captain, and a father's ambitions were that a child will supersede your own achievements. Is that not it?
Exactly. Because it was because of that he told me that I have always insisted that he must rise higher than the level that I reached. And so he's begging me, when he gets to the rank of a major, and Daddy, before I get to the rank of a major, I would have finished my master's degree, which he did.
Okay.
Yes, he's done the master's program. And he's just waiting to be a major, then he will leave the service and go into the academia. He wants to, and also he told me he wants to set up a security company, consultancy firm, and also go into academia to be a lecturer in the university.
You are a military man. You have experience in the service. When you heard that this is what had happened to your son, how did the information hit you?
It was devastating. Very, very devastating.
But in fairness, you are prepared for bad news, I mean, as an ex-serviceman.
No, I actually, in respect of my son, I have never expected any bad news. Okay. In respect of my son, I've never expected any bad news. Not even when the wife was panicking the whole day that she hasn't heard from the husband. I said, no, 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 it cannot be any problem. Until, so one day, when I got a message on phone, I dropped to the ground, suddenly. My knees gave way and I dropped. But the message to me was that the news is flashing on the social media and we don't want the woman to see it. So please dash down and come and manage the woman. So that dawned on me and I said, Kai, there's a more serious thing to do for me, a more serious task. I have to gather myself, which I did quickly, set off from my residence in Afienya and got to Arakan Messier and rushed to go and sit with the woman. She was all over me wanting to know what has happened to the husband. I said, no, no, I have heard about him and that he's in a critical condition, but he'll be all right. And she went to her knees and started praying. Oh my God. Prayed.
Right before you?
Yes, she prayed. And I prayed with her. And I said, it will be well. Luckily, not long, their pastor, Maxwell's pastor, also arrived. And we kept vigil till the following day with her.
When did you get to hear this information? This incident we understand happened on Monday.
I got the information on Monday evening, around 7 p.m.
In the evening?
Yes. Around 7 p.m. So by 8:30 I was here.
And this is from the military high command?
No, it was from a close friend of his who is also an army officer here.
Okay.
Close next door neighbor to him. They relate. And so it was he who the wife was harassing. I haven't heard from your friend. It's unusual. I haven't heard from your friend. It's unusual. So I don't know how he got the information, but he went, collected my number from the woman and called me and said, please calm down. I'm a very close friend to Maxwell, and I've got information for you about Maxwell. I said, what is it? Oh, his condition is no more. I said, no, it's no more. So I got a message from him and I dashed down.
He was not on a mission abroad. He was here in the country.
Yes.
The management of information within the ranks of the military, is it how it's done?
No, it's not how it's done, but it's a bit, you see, in his case,
extraordinary case.
In his case, the whole thing, according to his friend who gave me the information, it was being flashed on the social media.
Okay.
And he looked at it, listened to the story, said, that's where my friend is. Captain Maxwell is there. He tried calling, he wouldn't get through. But he could see everything on social media. So he decided that I should calm down.
It's been 4 days. I'm still in shock.
Terrible. Terrible. I can't stay alone. I have to be with people. Anytime I stay alone, he's standing in front of me. Standing in front of me, suffering. And I start crying. I cannot stay alone. Because his picture will appear before me, and you see him suffering, struggling, and I'll be crying for him. But if I'm with people in a company, it's a bit better for me. I'm still in shock. Up to now, I cannot stay alone. Yes. Right now, I've just seen him suffering. I take the picture off. It comes.
It's not the kind of theft that any father will wish for the child, even if the person is prone to the hazards of any job of this sort. Who has given you what you consider to be concrete information about what happened? Whose account, whose analysis do you believe currently?
The Armed Forces Command came to me on Tuesday. They came to the family on Tuesday morning to announce that they can confirm that the officer they sent on the Galamsey operations was lynched by the villagers, the protection of whom he was there. So that is how I got the message officially. The armed forces communicated to the family when we had gathered.
They didn't tell the
led by the chaplain and the imam. They came, prayed with us, and confirmed the information to us. And later on, the command also came round, sympathized with us, and gave us a few more details. And to the extent that they made us understand, the Chief of Defense Staff made us understand he had dispatched the Army commander and a team to the scene, and that when they are returning, they will bring their body. Lo and behold, around 1800 hours, the helicopter touched at the Air Force base with the body and was handed over to us.
When you saw your son in such a terrible condition?
Well, when he arrived, I couldn't look at him because the picture is always in front of me, and the picture I see is that he's suffering and struggling. So as soon as the helicopter landed with the body, I saw him struggling, moving in front of me. I saw him complete as a body, moving and struggling in front of me, and I was also crying. So I couldn't see the body. He only saw me crying, and the Chief of Defense Staff had to hold me. He didn't know what I was looking at and crying. It was the boy struggling, like somebody who is suffering in pain, struggling, so pitiful. And I couldn't hold myself. And finally, the body was taken away to the morgue.
The military high command has stated categorically that he is known to be of high integrity.
That's right.
They have stated also that there is no way he would deviate from the standards of operation they have given him.
That's right. Because they have confirmed that whilst on the operation, they used to receive situation report from him every morning. He sent situation report to the unit, to the Takrady base, and to his unit, and to the Army headquarters. And so they are in constant monitoring of his activities there. That's right. And that is the professionalism in the military. We never lose touch with the hierarchy. Okay. There's always, in fact, sometimes you'll be asked to send a 12-hour situation report. Okay. In this case, he was asked to send 24-hour situation, which he used to do. So they were monitoring, and they were in constant contact with him in terms of the situation on the ground, until he himself went on the jogging and didn't come back.
The understanding that people put to this, and the claim, which some have described as very spurious, that he lost his way, he asked for direction, and was not given the right direction, and was perceived as in a mistaken identity. Do you believe this in any shred of it?
He has done, as at the time, he had spent close to 2 weeks plus in that operational area. And jogging is his daily affair. So that particular jogging in which he was involved, for which they said he lost his way, was not the first time that he was jogging in that place.
He does it more often.
He does it on a daily basis. He will call the wife in the morning. They will pray together. After that, he will tell the wife, I am going out on my jogging. When I come back, I'll call you. When he comes back, he will call. Before he will dress up and go to work. Even when he's in the barracks, it's the same thing. He will go to jogging. They will get up early morning, they will pray, and then he will go to his jogging, come back, and then dress to work. So, this particular jogging was not his first time. So if it's not his first time, how then will he miss his way? I doubt. How will he lose his way? I doubt. I doubt.
Did he, at any point in time, express the fear that something of this sort may happen to him?
Never. The last time I spoke with him was on Saturday. The whole of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, were on phone trying to sort out the roofing sheets required to roof his building.
Okay.
And he asked me, Daddy, I don't want the carpenter to go alone to the roofing company. I want you to go with him. Let you ask for the quotations and then call me back. So whilst I'm there, I call him, we talk. That was Thursday, we went to the company and it was closed. And we were told it's a holiday, so we should come Friday. Friday early morning, I was at his carpenter's place, and we went to the roofing company premises. I called him, we spoke at length. We got the first quotations, 12,000 Ghana cedis. We went to another place, they gave us a quotation of 21,000 Ghana cedis. And he said, Daddy, just forget about it. Let me try Kumasi here, where my operational area here now. There are people who go to Kumasi on a daily basis. And in discussions with some of them, they said they knew some roofing companies, so they will get back to me.
So he was in touch with the community?
That's right.
As if he was an alien to the people there.
I think those people that he was referring to were not actually people in the community,
okay,
but people in Kumasi that he was
knew.
in communication with, yeah.
Okay.
So they were to trace. And he said they had sent him WhatsApp pictures of some roofing sheets, which in all, based on the measurements of his roof, 5,000 cities could pay for the roofing sheets enough to cover the place. But he doesn't want to send the roofing sheets when I'm not around. I said, I'll be around, send. He said, okay. Anytime from Monday, he would send the money to Kumasi and then pay for the roofing sheets. And whatever he will do to send them down, he will. This one was a WhatsApp message.
Oh, okay.
So it's still on my phone.
All right. So,
and then he continued. I don't like the place Barbara's mother is staying. So I want to roof that place quickly so that I can move that woman there. I was touched.
okay.
When I read that, I was touched. And I said, wow, that is my son. He's so caring. He's concerned about where his mother-in-law was staying. He didn't like that place. And so he was in a hurry to roof this one so that I could move that woman in there. That one is on my WhatsApp message to me.
So he didn't make mention, hint, even in any way, of any strained relationship with the people there?
He said, no, he said he was fine. I said, how are you coping with your stay there? He said, oh, Daddy, no problem. Everything is okay. I said, okay, take care. Galamsey people are fond of enticing people into corruption. They will tell you, oh, if you come here and do this, you can get this, you can get this. Keep your integrity. He said, oh, Daddy, that one, you can count me out. I said, I know, but I'm just repeating it. He said, oh, I shouldn't worry. That one can never happen.
Was it given to a strong opposition to Galamsey? Was he one person?
He is someone who dislikes, especially the pollution of rivers.
Oh, okay.
He's always complained about it.
I know he swims a lot too.
He's a first-class swimmer.
I see.
Akosombo International. His record is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, he swims. He's a sportsman in general.
Anyway.
But his best is lawn tennis. He belongs to a lawn tennis club here, and they will testify.
So you cannot even accept or even agree, and it's not inconceivable for the claim by a district chief, even by people within community that claim that he was probably protecting people he was there to clear.
The Army Command, before then, let me even analyze the DCE's assertion that he was there to protect illegal Chinese people. And you as a DCE, what did you do about that? DCE, representing the president there, a soldier is there protecting illegal Chinese. It shouldn't get us mad. Look, you have a responsibility. You are the District Security Committee chairman. Dissect.
And up until today, you never mentioned
And
this
you didn't do anything about it. He's not worth his salt. And you're saying that this soldier officer is there protecting illegal Chinese operators? Who are they? And what did you do about that? In any case, he's not there as on his own. Certainly. He has commanders he reports to. Like I told you, he sends situation reports every day.
Every single day.
The commanding officer at Takrady oversees his operations. There's an operational commander back here in Burma camp who oversees his operations. They didn't just put him there and left him to do what he would do or whatever he wanted to do. They were also here and monitoring him. So the DC shouldn't talk what he doesn't know.
Captain, give me a minute. Let's take a break. When we return from the break, we'll continue this particular conversation. Well, we will come back after a short break and continue our appreciation of who the man was, what really happened, and the issues that follow after that. You're welcome back. This is the UPfront, and we are interacting with Captain Mahama, retired, of course, who is the father of the fallen soldier, the man who died painful, excruciating death that has shocked the conscience of the entire nation. Captain, you're welcome back.
Thank you.
And our condolences once again.
Thank you.
It was a point in time that, and your aversion to this commentary from this particular district chief executive was shared by the entire nation, right through social media, through commentary, people calling for his removal from office. I mean, would that in any way repudiate the damages caused to the family with this commentary?
Certainly. Certainly. I think that, let me put it in the words of our family head, Chief Kamankpesura Kase, our family head, did remark or pointed out to the vice president when he called on us here that the DCE's comments are very unfortunate and that doesn't help the situation.
Yeah.
And when he was asked, he said it was not befitting of his position. He's supposed to be a responsible man. Yeah. And so he's not supposed to even occupy that seat for such a comment.
Do you believe in that?
That's right. And so, definitely, if we hear that something is done to him for
such reckless
statement,
yeah,
definitely we'll be appeased. Because such things will send signals to people that, look, we must be responsible. There are a lot of things that I can do and I can see. But you see, for the sake of our nation, for the sake of humanity,
and because of your
however
position,
painful it is,
yes,
I will not want to be saying certain things. I want to be as responsible as possible. I have other kids. I have 2 girls.
Okay.
Maxwell's sisters, they are 2, and he has an immediate brother after him.
How are they taking this? I saw his brother. How are they taking this?
They are devastated. They are devastated.
It might be traumatizing, even hearing the commentaries.
Michael, his younger brother, Michael is with me here. He is devastated. And all those type of comments worsen the situation.
Very much so.
Upon all these things, somebody sees that he really deserves it. Are you saying that going to protect illegal galamsey operators means that you should be stoned to death?
That's unthinkable.
Is that what you think?
Forgive me, but there's this expression surrounding this. Up to now, we know that the police has sent a crack team of experts to the grounds to do investigations. The military picked up people, handed them to the police. Do you believe that we will get to the bottom of this matter?
Certainly.
There's been promises from the president.
Certainly.
The vice president also said the same thing.
The president has promised. He's giving the instructions. The CDS, the army commander, all the service commanders are up in arms, really up to the task. It is very evident on the ground that they are leaving no stone unturned in unraveling this situation and getting to the bottom of it and picking up all those involved to face the law. So we are very confident.
There's a difference, however, in the kind of showmanship that's surrounding these issues. We have known that in this country, similar incidents have happened, commitments have been given, but ended up not resulting in successful prosecution.
For any reason, I don't know why, but as I'm sitting here talking to you now, I have all the confidence in the armed forces and in the police.
The police is leading this investigation.
That they will get to the bottom of it. They will get to the bottom of it.
What, to your mind, will be a lasting memorial for Captain Mahama? What ought to be done to actually make it a lasting one?
Two issues. The first one is some kind of guarantee for the upkeep of these two boys.
Okay.
Will go a long way as to serve as a memorial for the boy, for this my son. The second one is what I've been talking about, that I keep on appealing to all Ghanaians that my son's heinous murder.
You are at the point where you are telling us what lasting memorial.
That's right.
What effigy, regardless. Yeah. What kind of inspiration do you think that this particular death should send to many people out there, and what specifically should be done?
Okay.
For the image of the man.
Okay, I have mentioned the first one, which is something like a guaranteed upkeep for the children, the two boys. And the second one is what I've been talking about. I intend forming an NGO to lead, to campaign against the lynching of suspected criminals or any suspected persons. And I'm going to do this in memory of my son.
That'll be a tall task. It's a very difficult one.
I want to take it up to sensitize, educate, and also try to appeal to Ghanaians not to carry on with instant justice lynching of suspects.
So this giving the impression that you are operating on the principle that he was really not deliberately killed. People mistook him for somebody else, and they actually ended up dealing with him the way they would deal with criminals.
That is what they claim. And so, if you even thought he was a criminal, that's not what you should do to a criminal. Process anyway. And that is not what you should do to a criminal. Let us stop that thing in this Ghana. And I want to take up a campaign to sensitize, educate, and also appeal to people that, please, for heaven's sake, my son's lynching should be the last that they should lynch anybody.
You think he will succeed with this campaign?
I hope so.
We are told that this character is ingrained in the human ability sometimes of self-preservation, that we are naturally lawless. We do not believe and struggle to actually obey laws in this country.
I believe that even if I don't succeed, I may succeed in reducing, if not eliminating, that kind of behavior in the society.
Is there a connection? And I mean, I know you are retired. For how long can you carry on with this struggle?
Once the NGO is in place, I have offices, I have staff who are daily engaged, approaching or operating within the communities, at marketplaces, at churches, just sensitizing people.
There's a question I want to ask you about your own other children. If any of them tells you they want to pick up your profession, they want to follow the path of Maxwell, would you encourage that?
I will have no objection.
Even after what happened?
I will have no objection.
I mean, that's a lot of patriotism, but won't you consider the effects too?
No, I will have no objection. I know of a cousin of mine who took up to driving. It was through the driving that he got an accident and died.
Okay.
So if his children or another brother wants to take up the driving profession, I wouldn't say because your father or brother was involved in an accident as a driver, you shouldn't take up that profession. Yes. So if any of my children want to be a soldier, I wouldn't object. It's a profession. Very noble one.
Okay.
Very noble one. You need to know a little about it and you'll love it.
Interesting. I wish I could be a military man too, but I did not qualify. I'm not sure which other criteria would have been better for me. But my final set of questions will be to you. How is the wife coping now?
She's in distress. She's very, very sad. Very, very sad. We need to keep on talking to her. As just about this afternoon, I had to organize the psychologist, doctor from 37. They are still even sitting with her. Because she's broken down completely. And the children are now in the care of someone else.
Okay.
Even though they are in the house, but I have my son's mother's sister is there now taking care of. They don't go to their mother again. Their mother cannot handle them anymore. So she's devastated. Yes.
The thinking of many is that there should be foundations set up to not only guarantee the children a livelihood, but to help the wife too. And that if nothing at all, the army institutions and governments in general should come to the aid of this family. Is that something? I mean, you said that they should be taken care of.
It's a fantastic thing. It's a fantastic thing. And
have state institutions reached out to you to make this claim to you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Even from the armed forces and from the government level, they have all promised that they will do whatever it takes to give him a befitting burial and also provide for whatever that they can. So we're yet to hear anything that will be so extensive to cover the wife and the children.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, let me also ask you about all of these experience shapes human beings. You have been a military man. I'm sure you've been at the forefront of war before.
Sure.
But this is conscience sapping, and this is a deteriorating experience. What does that change about your outlook about humanity, how people engage, how human beings are supposed to engage their fellow humans?
Well, it shocked me so much to the extent that I never believed human beings, especially what I have heard, that it included even women who pounced on my son. It included women.
I believe you've not seen any of the videos.
No, I haven't seen any video.
You have no interest in the videos?
I haven't seen any video. I've heard about them, and people said, oh, even now, Babs, yes, say. They talk, and I've heard, but I haven't seen any video. I don't want to see any video, because the video the video I see is my son. I keep on seeing him in plain in front of me struggling. So I think that humanity has shown its worst color when it comes to what these people have done. And that shocks me, actually. That's all I can say.
Can you ever forgive the people? Can you find within your heart?
I don't think, even if I will forgive them, I don't think God will forgive them, because justice is what we want.
Okay.
The people should face justice. You cannot do a wrong thing to this extent, and then I will look at you and say, I have forgiven you. I leave that to God.
Okay.
If God will forgive them, who am I? I won't forgive them, neither do I have anything to do against them.
Okay.
But it is the law that I pray the law should fetch them out and let them face the law. That's all I pray for.
Do you think that you ever recover from this loss?
I should. I should. I'm working at it. I should. I should. But I don't know how long it will take me. Yes.
Captain, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you too.
And probably run up on this particular point.
Thank you.
Yes. And we sure should be able to possibly come together as a society, follow up on your foundation, and maybe with you leading this struggle and with this particular devastating experience that the entire nation is going through, and the bad name is given to not only that section of the society, but the nation as a whole, we will for once to say never again on this particular note. So thank you so much, Captain.
Thank you.
We still send our condolences to you and the family.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We hope you recover very soon.
Thank you.
Well, folks, that's where we tie the nice ribbons on today's edition of the UPfront. Not so much of an exciting day. Many thanks to you for joining us on this one.